Hello everyone, welcome back to our subject Child and Adolescent Development, and we are now in Module 9 in which we will discuss about the implications of child and adolescent growth and development for educators. So at the end of our lesson, we may learn how various theories on child and adolescent applies in learning and teaching in their process of their development. Okay, and these are the topics included. Of course, we have the introduction, how developmental theories impact our work as teacher, benefits of research in child development. Because we believe that effective teaching is greatly dependent on teachers' knowledge and understanding about their student growth and development. And here we have better understanding of students. Understanding of child and adolescent development helps teacher gain greater insights into how children behave, think, learn, and feel. If children are comfortable with their teacher, the better the performance they have because they are not afraid, they are not aloof, and they are more eager to learn and of course also excited to learn. Now, teachers' knowledge about their students' knowledge, abilities, behaviors, and needs enables them to create learning situations and environment that cater to the diverse needs and characteristics of the student. So when the teacher knows the weakness of a child, then the teacher can make or create another ways to teach that child. Next, we have research done by Kagan in 1992 suggests that teachers are most effective in their teaching when they attempt to understand their students as individuals. It is effective because teachers and educators are the main authority figure to teach the child, and the children will be responsible for the learning. Next, knowledge and understanding about children development gives teachers and educators greater understanding of what is normal. In a way that they don't treat them like a baby. Don't do spoon feeding unto them. Just help them and assist them in order for them to be more matured and responsible for learning. Next, we have knowledge and understanding of children development also enables them to identify, detect problems on the students' development, and thus will allow them to plan and implement intervention programs that address these problems or needs of a student. This is why teachers are also guidance counselor, as well as second parent of the student, in a way that the teacher may ask if what is the problem of the student if he or she has falling grade, in which the teacher also can notify the parent and conduct intervention to resolve whatever the student problem that triggered his or her falling grade. Next, we have making the school more conducive to students' development. School is the most influential context of environment for children's development. Studies show that schools have an impact on the achievement, socialization, and psychological well-being of the students. Effective academic and non-academic programs must be conceptualized and implemented employing the knowledge and understanding of a students' growth and development. Most influential because children spend most of their time in school rather than in home. This is also why the school must be a child-friendly environment because it is where their cognitive, social, and psychological skills develop. Because schools is where their ambition begins and can be fulfilled after finishing their degree. Next, we have another topic, how developmental theories impact our work as teachers. Based on the different theories about human development on our past module, we may use this example to clarify the connections. Okay, let's read the sample situation. Stefano is sitting at the art table using markers. Georgia joins him at the table and begins to cut with scissors. She picks up a paper that Stefano has discarded into the center of the table and begins to cut into two equal pieces. Stefano looks over at Georgia working, jumps up so quickly that he knocks his chair over and cries out, "No, that is Mom's," while ripping the paper from her hands. And before his teacher can reach the area, he hits Georgia on the arm with a closed fist. So from this scenario, there are multiple perspectives that can be used to interpret Stefano's behavior. And each theory leads us to a different way to resolve the situation. Like, for example, a teacher informed by psychosocial theory might conclude that Stefano is struggling with the conflict of initiative versus guilt. He is demonstrating his independence in planning and undertaking activities, but he is experiencing conflict about how to communicate with plans to others. This teacher might decide to help Stefano learn strategies for conveying and carrying out his ideas when working with others. So the teacher will help Stefano to communicate directly when working with others so that they will know what is he doing all about. Like, for example, he must say, "This is for my mother, and I must be the one doing it because I want that I will do this as my present and I want to create it alone." Next, we have a teacher working from social learning theory. Might suggest Stefano that has learned his response from observing models in his environment. He is imitating behavior he observed from another by doing. This teacher will most likely decide to actively model non-aggressive strategies for solving problems. So the teacher will not threaten verbally or physically Stefano, but the teacher can ask Stefano also if what does he feel if he is in the situation of Georgia. Will he feel terrified, happy, or sad? Next, a teacher informed working from ecological theory might conclude that Stefano is being raised in a culture, example in a greater society and or home, that is accepting a violent conflict resolution. This teacher may reflect on her classroom environment to examine if this message is being sent. This teacher may also continue her partnership with his family by engaging in dialogue about this topic. Okay. This ecological theory teacher will help Stefano by gathering some information first on what are the factors why Stefano have this behavior, like how Stefano is being raised at home. By that way, the teacher also can ask parents to help Stefano be guided. Next, a teacher knowledgeable of cognitive developmental theory might think that Stefano has constructed from past experiences and mental schema that involves solving problems with force. This teacher might provide concrete experiences in which non-aggressive solution. So the teacher here will give Stefano some example of situations in which problems can be solved in many different ways, but in a good ways, not in a terrible way. Next topic, we have the benefits of research in child development. Teachers will better understand their students' behavior and abilities. When a teacher can identify student behaviors that makes them at risk, researchers will help them By how? By developing intervention program that can reduce or resolve if what are the factors that causes the concern of the student. Because understanding if what is the cause of the problem will give them a guide to solve that problem. Like for example, when a student have ADHD, researchers have found out that children with ADHD can easily become discouraged, especially when there is a lot of criticism of his or her work. So the teacher can deal to the student with ADHD by balancing how to correct or his or her mistakes with, of course, encouragement and praise that he or she can do it more better next time, or what she did or he did is good. So by praising him or by praising the child can reward his or her effort and hard work. Next, we have it helps educators to create an educational environment that promotes healthy development of all children. Okay. It helps in a way that school must be a safe place for far from violence, far from chaos, far from crimes, polluted area, far from those polluted area. There is enough water supply. There is a good facility. There is enough educational material. And there must be few incidents or cases of misbehavior, of course, including the bullying and vandalizing. Because in this way, it helps the student to boost their mood, reduce their anxiety, and can breathe safely. Also, they can move freely, in which the school makes them to think and learn properly. This is now the end of our module. I hope I help you a lot in understanding child and adolescent development. And these are the resources where did I get this module 1 to module 9. We have here books, and we have also internet resources, documents, and journals. This is now the end of our subject child and adolescent development. Thank you for watching. God bless us all.